Evening. Hello, me, myself, and I. Good times. Here we go. Hey, highlighted. Jazz hands for you. Yeah. What's doing, Wixie? I look like a midget like that. 1 second. Need to readjust. Woo! Could have just put you two guys on. We could have just done our own little chat. Would have been good. Yeah, no, just a quick one. Just doing a few last minute packs before I go in the morning. Haven't really got too many plans of where I'm going to stop. I'll wait and see what time I get going. And it's supposed to be a little bit wet. Why do you Smurfs only have 4 fingers? Well, we had 5, but accidents happen. Yeah, it's supposed to be a bit wet on the mid-north coast tomorrow. Not like pissing down, still wet enough just to be a pain. So I always like to just stop at Old Bar, but I'm thinking Old Bar might be a midday stop. Because my favourite thing to do there is camp on the caravan park that is right on the beach, and you like within a minute you're on the beach. Get up for sunrise. But if it's going to be wet, I might just keep travelling on. I am excited. Big Kev excited. It's a bit weird because like usually I have a plan where I'm going and etc. I've got a rough idea of what's happening, of some of the people I'm seeing, but my main thing is between here and say the border. I've got no plans. I don't know where I'm stopping or what I'm doing. I've driven it a few times, but I wouldn't mind. I want to try and see something that I haven't seen before. But I've pulled into most of the little places. Might even do one of the Rob the Wanderer live feed things as I'm driving. I won't have to worry about the comments too much because I don't think there will be too many. But anyway, it might be someone might join in and say, "Oi, turn off here, go there, whatever." I'm excited to finish work. So good not being at work. My main thing is I want to try not to think about it. I was already thinking like, oh, if I get back by Wednesday, it only gives me a couple of days before I've got to go back to work. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, just enjoy the trip for what it is and etc. So yeah, I don't know really what I am going to do from here up to the border. You guys should join on, hey. Actually, that reminds me, I want to try and. Let's say I want to catch up with both of you on my way back, and I'm like, oh, Rochi, it'd be easy to catch up with you whenever, but in saying that, I still haven't gone up to bloody Muswellbrook, have I? Yeah, I've got one person I'm stopping to see at Nundle on Tuesday. That's the only sort of fixed thing on the way back. And I've got about half a dozen people I'm seeing up around Brisbane, between like the border and Bundy. Mainly Land Rover people. So when did when did I sneak on? Oh, I snuck on about 4 minutes ago. I was just watching Rob the Wanderer and Ed's bloody live feed from the other night. So I'll jump on and I'm gonna heading up the coast. So heading up to Bundy. As I said, I don't have many plans. I've got my sister she's pretty close to Brisbane. Like she's in Brisbane. I can't remember the exact suburb, but she's in Brisbane, not far from the CBD. So I'll stop and see her. A few Land Rover people around Logan area and then Bundy. Just make it up as I go. I don't really have any plans. I've packed as light as, like usually if I go on a bit of a trip, I pack a fair bit. All I've got is swag. I've got a gazebo in case the weather's shit. A chair, a And then I've got this tiny, like 20 litre, if that, food box. And I don't even know what I'm going to do for food. I'm not taking a fridge. I'm not taking an esky. So I might even just do. I don't want to just do takeaway because then a lot of money end up like feeling like shit. So I'm just going to take. I've got 25 litres of water with me. I'm just going to take one of these. Has a little similar to your Jetboil. I was going to take the Jetboil and I thought, well, why not just take this? And then it's a cooker in one. Same shit, doesn't smell. So I'll just do anything that requires boiling and have a bit of stuff just here and there. I'm only up the road from you and you haven't dropped in as yet. Hey, it goes both ways, dickhead. No, I'll try and see you on the way back. If not, I'll catch up with you in a few days afterwards. Did you see the Wanderers interview with that Alara Butcher? He got a bit flustered interviewing that pretty young lady. Yeah, I don't blame him. I would too. Something tells me that the butcher shop's going to be popular. I'll leave it at that. Hey, Lukey Alexander. Yeah, just joining on just to say I'm going on a trip up north because why not? Yeah, I sent Terry a message. So I don't really know exactly where I'm going to be when. I'm not sure if I'm going to punch straight through to Bundy and then do the things as I come back, or do the Brisbane stuff and then punch up Bundy and then Bundy straight down to New England. Are you camping with Terry in that, or are you going to be in Bundy, Phil? Otherwise, if you're going to be in Bundy, that'd be great because you got your VIP access. Not that I'm a rum drinker or anything. It was quite the chorizo, so the story goes. Look, Alexander, you got a busted hand, do you? Well, that's shit. Yeah, but are you going to be around, Phil, this weekend, or are you going out camping with Terry and that? Poor like a beer stick. Yeah. Anyway, so I put out the shout out there on the Legends page if anyone wants to catch up from here all the way up. As I said, I don't really have too much planned. The only things I'm catching up with a few Land Rover people. I just want to have a bit of a dig at this YouTube shit while I'm not really doing much else with my life. And 95% of my views and subscribers, actually it's probably more like 98%, are all Land Rover stuff. It's not camping related. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a crack and see what happens. I'm up to 136,000 views or something and just shy of 700 subscribers. So I thought, have a crack at it and let's just see whether in a few months I can get up to the 1,000 subscribers, and I'd like to hit 200,000 views. And anything from there, I don't really give a shit about subscribers and views. It's more just a personal challenge. It's like, if I do this, see what happens. Because like some of my videos that I did ages ago still just tick along with subscribers and viewers. I think, oh well, give it a crack, see what happens. Yes, Phil, I'm probably just going to swing by there. I don't think I'll stay the night, but I might just swing by for a quick catch up with you guys, and then I'll keep on going. I'm not sure yet. As I said, no plans. Just making shit up as I go. Do we call them Luke 1 and Luke 2? Which one's which? Camping in your new setup. Oh, well, I won't reveal that on you. I actually just went camping. I just got back yesterday from the bridle track, which is out Bathurst ways, between Bathurst and Mudgee. I just took the two-wheel drive Hilux out. I was going to be flogging the old Land Rover up and down that way because it's still a fair way to go. Hilux is bloody shit on fuel though. It's like a V6 or a V8 with the amount of fuel it uses, so I don't think I'm going to be hanging on to it for that long, even though it's only a 4-cylinder petrol. Anyway, it was a good trip. Good places out there. I'd recommend anyone who's going that way to do it. The Honda Jazz could have done it. She would have probably got a few little scratches here and there, but there's only one spot that was a bit iffy. But if you're going from north to south, it's pretty easy anyway. Yeah, I don't know how much of a diddly donk Lukey Alexander is compared to Lukey Reed. Like I haven't this after that balls incident with Lukey Reed, I think he takes the diddly donk title. So I just got a message here. Yeah, fuck you. Rachel just sent me a message calling me a diddly donk. I'm like, that's bloody rich, isn't it? Anyway, so we'll see what happens. It's not the most ideal time to be traveling, and you know, a lot of people are still at work. I forget the people at work, and then people that are on school holidays, they tend to be off with their kids and doing stuff. So it really only gives me the weekend to catch up with people, unless they're retired. There's a few retired people I'm catching up with. Yeah, it just beats sitting around the house. Like, well, need to get out of this. Go to work, come home, still do work at home, and then sleep, eat, all that sort of stuff. Rinse and repeat. Get out there and do a bit. I want to start traveling overseas, so I just thought, well, I'm not in that situation just yet. Maybe in 3 months, 6 months, I might be traveling overseas. So I thought, oh well, I need to do something now. Yeah, I'm not sure yet whether I'll stay. I might come by for one night. Terry did let me know. As I said, I'm traveling light as I've just got King's double deluxe swag. I've got a King single swag with a stretcher, which is good, but I just don't get as good of a night's sleep on the as compared to the Big Daddy Deluxe. Yeah, it's a bit more painful to roll up and everything, but I had a look at the weather and it's still supposed to be a little bit warm. Whereas I find that swag's actually a lot better than the King single swag I've got. So I'll probably, yeah, I'll just take it. Ruby Jewel was set to the wrong direction when I went to put the caravan leg down and twist my hand. That'll do it. Good on you, Bow Desert Way. That's a good spot, Lukey. We can make up all. Well, I've just got a small, like a toolbox on the ute, and I still haven't filled it. And I've only got a single cab Hilux. Like I have in the front a little bit of camera gear because I'm trying something new for my YouTube channel. A couple of clothes bags, and that's it. I'm traveling light as. I looked at the weather and I thought most of the places I'm going, it's going to be still too hot really to justify taking the fire pit, doing all that for where I'm going anyway. Get a Roby fan for inside the swag, mate. You need airflow in those swags when it's warm. I've got one. The only thing I kind of wish I didn't get this one. I got that misting one. It has the big round base and you sit on top of a bucket. Like I had it for the dogs, and you're sitting out in a group, and it was good for that. But it's a bloody bulky thing to take if you just want to use it as a fan. I just lift the canvas flaps up, and I find the airflow is good enough. Like it's supposed to be lows of 17, 18. That's pretty good. After this, had a pretty hot summer, so that's gonna be fine. And on the coast, I've got the back of the ute. If I really want to, I can just lay the swag out on that. I don't even have to put it on the ground, etc. Yeah, all right. So if you know anywhere, especially from Newcastle to, say, Queensland border, or God's country, apparently, going off the other night. If you know anywhere there, things to stop and do, places to stay, etc., let me know. As I said, I've driven it quite a few times, and I've stopped in most of the towns. But if there's something, just let me know, and I might have seen it. Otherwise, maybe not, and I'll stop and have a look. I'm not really except for the days where I'm catching up with people to film and whatever, I really don't have plans. I'm making it up as I go. One thing I want to try and do is walk 20 k's a day, mainly just along beaches and stuff. I've got room for you in my setup. I'll look after you. Oh man, I'm getting pretty low down on rum. Nah, I'll bring my own. It's fine. You've got your ice machine because I don't have a fridge, so that'll be good if we can mix the two. Which one have you got? Have you just got the fan? You don't have the misting fan. You just got the regular one. I was thinking about taking it, and I've got the screw-in pegs and stuff. But realistically, I've just got the swag. Looks like there might be a little bit of wet weather, so I might have to get a tarp. Station Creek near Coffs Harbour is a nice camping spot. Well, let me have a gaze at that one. I've only I've stayed at Coffs a few times, mainly in a motel, but I've stayed in the park, something caravan park, down near the water. Like I think it's a big fall. Like it's quite nice, but I don't want to spend a lot of money just for the sake of pulling up, putting a swag out in the caravan park. There'll be times where I'll need that for power, etc. But I don't want to spend heaps. Just like last time I went, it cost me $65 a night for an unpowered camping site during the school holidays. And like I turned up, put the swag out, used the amenities and that for $65 just for unpowered. So that was a bit much. Anyway, so expensive things are. I can definitely see why people don't bother with camping and just spend an extra $50 and get a motel room. Yeah, he's been telling me about that one for a while. We all know why his last bloody mattress got worn out, didn't we? Legend. I said I'd send Terry a message probably Thursday or Friday when I know exactly when. I'll catch you guys on the way up or on the way back. I don't know yet. Yeah, spare pillow. Yeah, bloody stick to the side of my face and rip it off. Nah, it's all good, Phil. Yeah, Pebbly Beach. That might have been the one I was thinking of. Conducting bombing missions on the Singer. You seem to be under blackout conditions. Yeah. Out in the sticks. Actually, where we are, we do get the from Williamtown. They must come over here and do flights. And they get quite low. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, this room that I'm in now is an old veranda that got enclosed and doesn't have any lights. So the joys. Friends of yours stayed at South Ballina Nature Resort. It's a beautiful beach. Yeah, I've stayed at Ballina twice, only motels. I don't mind Ballina. Once again, though, like I really don't know where I'll be, and it might be that I just go, do you know what? I'm tired. I'm pulling in this next coastal place, and I'll stay there. One thing I usually do is, I think it's Urunga. It's like Urunga or Nambucca Head. I think it's Urunga. I usually stop there and have fish and chips down in the water. Just your old classic deep fried shit. Hey, 4 beds. That's an interesting time there. Local show, actually, that's true. Showgrounds are usually, they're pretty standard, like $20 to $25 a night. And that's usually with power or whatever. And usually the amenities are clean. They're just a bit older or whatever, which is fine. This trip isn't about going camping. It's about getting out and doing stuff. So my plan is really pulling to a town like, when does it get dark? Around 6:30. So maybe like 5:30, pull into a place, quickly roll a swag out, 5 minutes, and then work out what I'm doing for food. I'm probably going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do like a big lunch and then easy dinners or what, but I want to try and save a bit of money on food and try and eat healthier and see how you can go without a fridge. which sucks a little bit like milk. So I'm just going to do long life milk, little popper things, use them, throw them out. But then I'll just do whatever I can boil up in this. I might take a butane cooker with me, but it's a bit shit sometimes cooking for one. So I thought, I'll just do it easy, get a Subway here and there. I don't know. I find sometimes you have one big meal out that sort of does you for the day, and then just have a bit of fruit or whatever, get a loaf of bread. Just reading through the old comments here, see what everyone's up to. You didn't take the whole pillow with you last time. Giving it a rest, hey? It was rest day. I hope you two are still okay, though, and there's no, fighting going on. Too many great whites at Ballina. Bloody great whites actually all the way down the coast. There's an I think there's an app you can get. It actually tells you where, like if the tag ones have been nearby, and they often pop up on the coastal places social media. I know when I lived at Old Bar, I was like directly on the ocean, and there was forever tagged great whites going past. I only really went in up to my sort of knees, walking along, and then sometimes I probably went in like 5 times the whole time I lived there, just along where the actual flags are. I'm not a big fan of swimming at the beach. I tan too much. Roachy, yeah, cracker. So yeah, but I want to do a fair bit of. One thing I used to love doing was just walking up and down the beach. That's what I want to do. There's something nice about. The one thing I like about living out on the property here is I forever go walking without shoes on. And yeah, you step on shit and it hurts, but I don't know. There's something about just walking around without your shoes on. So that's what I like doing at the beach as well. Oh gosh, 13 people on. Woo, busy night. Some people would almost think you don't have work in the morning. Yes, I do have the Wikicamp. Last time I used the Wikicamps app, though, it was really slow. So I don't know if it's still a goer or not. I don't know whether I'm going to do free camping. Like, I'm not really set up for free camping. Yeah, I don't know. And there's probably not a lot of free camps along the coast, but I'll have a look. But like realistically, I can just roll the swag out on the ute. As I said, I've got nothing on there. If someone wants to just steal me, well, good. At least then I'll have a home. Canned tuna and rice. Hey, I'm not big on canned food. I'm a little bit too avocado on toast for that shit, I think. There's heaps of ready, little cheap shit you can get that you just boil up. I remember when I travelled around Australia as a gap year after finishing high school, and I used to just do rice and couscous and shit. You just add boiling water to it, bit of barbecue sauce. Nah, she's a ripper. Asian food, rice, noodles. Yeah, and that's it. Like $1.50, go get some noodles, put some hot water in. I probably don't even need to boil that shit if I'm at a campground or a caravan park. You can just use their camp kitchen. And that might be what I do as well. Maybe it's go in, set up, see what the camp kitchen's like, and then I can go and get some stuff and cook it up there. Quite often they got the microwaves, electric cooktops and all. Some of them have bloody ovens. I just go and get a frozen pizza whacker on. And then I might save the cheap, shitty stuff like your noodles and that for a roadside stop for lunch, or if I'm doing a free camp. Yeah, I don't think he ever left. When we go camping with Wix, he does all this amazing cooking. And I think he must be, yeah, he's on the cat food during the off-camping season. They don't venture up to he called it Queensland, not Gorge Country. Queensland tiger sharks towel them up. Yeah, just stay out of the fucking water, I reckon. There's something to be said about a swimming pool at night time. Well, there's actually quite a few things to be said about that, but we won't go into that just yet. Actually, good point. Some country pubs, You have even free camping in the back. And that's what I often, like. If I go to one of those places, I don't just go, oh, I'm going to have a drink and camp there. Go and have a good snitty or steak and then camp there. And essentially, you're actually getting your meal for free anyway, because that's what it costs you to go and camp in something. The Ettamogah pub's down at, no, there's only one of them left now. But the Ettamogah pub down, where is it? Near Albury Wodonga, down that way. Can't do my bloody heading now. It's a good one to stay at. Yeah, like all you need, that's it. Shower, toilet, not even a shower sometimes. Just a toilet. Let's get a few wipes, have a bit of a shower. Yeah. Wiki camps to find the showgrounds and camping out behind the pubs. Yeah, that's what I think I might aim for, actually. And I'm going to look into, I want to stay in the smaller coastal places if possible. Like Crescent Head or Scott's Head, one of those places where there's basically like an RSL club, and that's about it. Who knows? I might even get lucky at the old RSL club. Yeah, I like to do the national parks too. I don't think there's a lot of national parks really on the coast though. That probably will, like, it's probably a bit out of the way. Like, as I said, this isn't a camping trip. This is a road trip this time. Go out. I want to walk the beaches, crank some music. I might do a live. I got a new phone that's half decent, so I might put it on and do a Rob the Wanderer thing. I'm not gonna read the comments. I'm just gonna have it on there. Talk shit. Might pull up every now and then. Go easy during the week, go hard on the weekends. #legend. That's the whole point, isn't it? The weekends, that's what we live for. Phil, I'm going to be camping with a shiny stainless kitchen sink. Woo, we used to joke about that years ago when we see campers with a kitchen sink. Well, that's it. I don't, if I end up camping with you guys for a night, I don't have to bring, all I have to do is, I think, bring a couple Guinnesses, and I'm pretty sure Annie might drink some rum, so I'll bring some to her, and we're good to go. Eating is cheating anyway, that's what they say. We'll Goolga north of, yep, I know where that one is. Yeah, as I said, I've got no idea where I'm going to end up. Like, I don't plan on doing any shopping or anything like that. I might stop and have a look at a couple shops just to break things up. I don't mind looking at that sort of shit every now and then. I've got to look at furnishing a house, hopefully one day soon, so I'll stop and have a look and see how much that's going to cost me. Ross has an app on her phone called Country. I'm on it. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Bloody noisy bunch. Country pub camping. I know there's quite a few places where you duck in off the coast, and there's a lot of country pubs. When I type that in, it's not coming up with anything that actually says country pub camping. It comes up with other things. So there's Wiki Camps, Any Camp, Camps Australia Wide, Camp Australia, Park for the Night, Country Road, Tinder, Wiki Camps. So see if you can find out exactly what it's called and then let me know. Either that or maybe my phone's just a bit stupid. Oh, there's a country pub website. Jeez. Let me get onto that. Does anyone know of anything to actually do along the way, though, besides the camping side of things? There you go. It must be a website. Maybe it's a website, not an app. I'll keep looking into that. Thanks, Greg Campbell. I think I found it now. Looks like it's a website. Didn't know you online. I didn't know until a while ago either, Terry, so it's news to me as well. Okay, here we go. Black Rocks campground between Woody Heads and Evan Heads. I'll keep that in mind if that's when I'm looking for camp. Country pub camping Australia, not Grinder. Just saying who was listening. It was Tinder, not Grinder, but whatever, you know. Cost of living these days, $20 is $20. Throw in a Zinger burger box and it's a deal. Yeah, anyway, so the only thing that I have along the way that I'm definitely going to do if I can tee it up, yeah, it's going to be an awkward time for me, actually. The only one thing I've always gone past and I haven't done, and I've been meaning to do it for years, and now it's probably the right time as any, is that there's something at Kempsey that I want to stop and do. I wonder if anyone can work it out. If Buck doesn't get this, whew, that's a disappointment. I would have thought Slim Shady would be all over this one. But yeah, I've always driven past Kempsey, and I've just not that there's really anything to do at Kempsey worthwhile, but it's always one of those, I'm just driving past, I don't have time to stop and do it. But it's one thing I'm really going to aim to do as long as it's open. Brooms Head Caravan Park right on the water is a great spot. Let me see. I get confused with all the different head, where they are. Brooms Head. Maybe there's big things along the way that I haven't seen. I've seen most of them around Australia, but maybe there's some big things along the way there that I could just stop in and see, just for the sake of it. Yeah, the Slim Dusty Centre. I've been meaning this, like, oh god, it'd have to be open over 10 years now. And I used to live even not that far away, and I never went there. And I've been kicking myself, and I'll just go there. I'm stop putting shit off and just do it. Yeah, New South Wales coast, it's awesome. If I had a job, even though I could probably get one, and it wasn't for COVID where the prices went through the roof, mid-north coast, be there in a heartbeat. You got to travel a fair way to see people, depending on where your family and friends are, but oh, geez, it's cruisy, easy living. Or, you know, the bloody dolphins are out all the time, the whales going up and down twice a year. It's unreal. Yeah, so, well, Trev's on. Just want to jump on before I hit this. Yeah, I didn't plan on being on this long either. I've still got a little bit more packing to do. It's just closed. It's not really much packing. And then I'm going to head off. I'd like to head off. I reckon if I could get out of here by 7:30, which would put me at a coffee break at Old Bar around 10 o'clock in the morning, would be nice. Because I lived at Old Bar, between Old Bar and Newcastle, I've done that trip like 30 times. So I've stopped along the way in every place there many times. So I'll just go straight to Old Bar, and then it's from Old Bar onwards that I'll stop and do things. I used to live at Harrington as well, so it's a bit of a detour to go in there, and because I live there, I probably won't bother going in there. If anyone knows of any good Irish pubs or places that have Guinness on tap, let me know, because I am there. Gerringong and Kiama. I remember many years ago going to Kiama. We went as a family trip. That's when the blowhole really went off. But it was before it got big and busy and really like tourist size. Oh, whatever the fuck that word is. And it was a great little. It was a little coastal place, whereas now it's full of people. And last time I went there, I've been there a few times. Last time I went there, like 3 years ago, it was full of, and this is not a racist thing or anything, but it was full of Indian, Pakistani people, Middle Eastern people, and obviously Asian people. Whereas the previous times I went there, you wouldn't see any of those people. So it's just I guess, coming from Sydney. I saw a really good thing actually the other day, this morning. There was this was on a camping page, and these people from India moved out, and they said that they never went camping over in India. It was just not something that you did there, weather, etc. And they said, so now they're coming to Australia and people do camping, even though it's like caravan park camping. They said they absolutely loved it. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, the Southwest Rocks, been there quite a few times. Trial Bay is unreal. It's like a wave pool, that bay, with how it goes. I used to have a friend that lived there, so I've been there a few times. I don't know. Maybe I will pop in there. It's getting close to Kempsey, isn't it? Actually, another place I've never been is Taylor's Arm, but I wonder if that's bloody hell. I think it's the camera, not Starlink, that freezes up. I think the cord I got through the camera is a bit shitty. Every time it freezes, I pull the weirdest frigging faces. Like, why can't I just be normal, just smiling or something? Anyway, yes, I would. Taylor's Arm. I've never been there. Look, I'm not going to take my ukulele there and sing a song, but I don't know. If I'm going all right for time, maybe I will go out that way. Maybe that's where I stay. Who knows? I saw the same post on. Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. I can't. It must have been. It was just one of the. I'm on a few different camping pages. Yeah, I thought it was really cool too. It's good to see just people getting out, and I guess what I liked about it too is I kind of like when people come to Australia, like immigrate to Australia. And I'm not saying they have to leave their old way, their lifestyle behind and everything. I think that's what makes Australia cool, is that everyone's got their own culture and it comes together to make this big culture. But I like the fact that they were willing to adapt and try out the local culture, the Australian culture. Because I'm the same. If I go overseas, I don't walk around going, I'm an Aussie, I'm going to do everything like an Aussie. I want to try and live and do things like that culture within respect, obviously. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, Freddo's Pie. Where's that? Is it not Frankston? Just outside, just north, I think. 10 minutes north of Kempsey. I could do a couple pie reviews along the way. I'm a little bit partial. I'm a cheese and bacon pie person, or cheese and bacon sausage roll. I've put on a bit of weight. I've lost a bit of weight, and then I've put a bit on just eating shit lately though, and drinking. So, sort of wouldn't mind to try and stick away from unhealthy stuff as much as possible. But then YOLO, eh? Embrace the Aussie ways a bit. Yeah, I reckon. I think that's what's good about the Aussie way, and what there's still that stigma or stereotype that Aussies are laid back and doing all this sort of stuff. Getting out there, that we're casual and about things. But I do think that's changed a lot lately. So I think it's good when you see people who still have that willingness to just get out and have a go. Yeah. Bloody a few other people sending me messages on Facey. Yeah, anyway, so I'm going to head off shortly because it's nearly 8:30 and I've got work tomorrow. Oh, no, I don't, but you most likely do. Yeah, if you're around the Brisbane way, or if you're anywhere between here and Bundaberg and you want to stop and shout me a coffee because you're that kind of person, don't worry, I don't have almond milk or skim milk, but I don't mind a bit of a sugar hit in my latte. Irish pub in Port Macquarie. Yeah, no, I'm just joking. But if you want to catch up for a coffee or a drink or whatever, please let me know. It can be 5 minutes or it can be, an hour or whatever. As I said, this isn't a planned trip. It's just doing something for the sake of doing it and not being stuck at home. And luckily for me, fuel has gone up, so that's good. But even with fuel going up, I'm not taking the Honda Jazz, as much as that will disappoint people. I'm going to take the Hilux and get a few more Ks on it. Finian's Irish pub. Yeah, nice. As I said, I'll see how I'm traveling for time and everything, and it's supposed to be the next 2 days are supposed to be a little bit wet on the mid-north coast to the north coast of New South Wales, and then once you get over the border, it's supposed to dry up, which is probably a bit unusual. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my plans. I'm going to go up, catch up with some people that I know and some people that I don't know, and Bundaberg's as far as I plan on going. If that one person, there's one person there that I haven't seen for a while, I'd like to catch up with, and he's got a few Land Rovers, etc. And if I don't if that falls through, then I'd probably, Harvey Bay would probably pull me up, I think. Because I've still got to go down to New England to catch up with a few people, and I don't want to be driving to New England overnight with all the roos around. Yeah. Awesome. Anyway, thanks guys. I was just jumping on just to say what I was doing. I might try and do a few little live feeds just on the phone as I'm going. I'll set it up. I'll take the laptop with me too, and see what happens. Hey, might try and catch up with a few of the Legends committee and be back Wednesday, and I'll probably put a few photos and stuff up as well, especially if I meet people that you might know. Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your working week, even though quite a few of you on here are retired or, like me, not working this week or next week. And I'll see you soon. Not long now until the camp up. What is it? 4 months. Less than. That's exciting. All right. I'm already practicing my wood fires starting techniques. It'll probably be just 5 litres of petrol on and stand back with a bow and arrow that's on fire. But anyway, good times. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon, and I'll see some of you on here in the chat within the next few days. Awesome. Cheerio.